Hi and welcome to Anovich Tarot. So I've been thinking about this topic. I wanted to I do have a video that talks where I'm explaining meditation and how to go about doing it. And I feel like I needed to add more information to that through my experience. And so this video would be like an add-on to that video. Also, I felt the need more to talk about this because I have been noticing that a lot of my interactions, conversations, guidance that I have been giving to people that have been coming to me. Please excuse the hair. Like I always have a bad hair day when I need it to look good. So um yeah, so a lot of people coming to me where I found like the guidance was more around, like a lot of guidance about a lot of guidance about meditation and grounding was coming up for a lot of these people. So I felt like I needed to make this video for anybody, that has been receiving this kind of advice. And why I feel like this is coming up as an advice for a lot of us right now is because we have been programmed to a way of life that has melded fear and survival into its fabric. Okay, so so closely that it has been masked as the most sensible thing, the most logical thing to do, and we are doing and being out of fear because we've been taught that it's the most sensible or logical thing to do. And so what meditation does here is it acts as the method to connect or align the body and mind and release these false fears and beliefs that has been like so into us that we do not see them anymore, and we see them as part of who we are and part of life and part of how things should be. Somehow the when we meditate, somehow we touch the life force or the chakra system within us that alters the chemical, emotional, energetic, and physical body. It's like a conscious way to unconscious living, in the sense that you consciously meditate for what you want to do, be, or achieve in the day, and unconsciously, because you open the channel or you allow the channel to open, unconsciously you start becoming, doing, or being that energy. And you don't like at one point there comes a point where you no longer have to put in the effort to be consciously aware of who you are and how you're being. Okay, so it's like a conscious way to unconscious living in alignment with divine consciousness. The process of meditation renews the life force and keeps it flowing, hence cleansing out all energies that uh, no longer serve us. So it's like an energy. I should have a board over here. So it's like your body. This is your body, and then there are energy points like the chakra system: root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown chakra. Okay, so when you meditate, the meditation touches upon these chakra systems within your body. And what it does is it aligns these systems, these energy points, into what it is that you require at the time for your situation, for who you are as a person, for the energy you are carrying, all of these kind of things. So the process of meditation, it keeps this energy flowing. So when we are it helps clear out the energy of fear that we are constantly sitting in, or that survival, fight or flight. You know, you're not constantly in that anxious survival mode. It clears out all those unwanted low vibration energies that we pick up on a day-to-day basis. um, and we pick them up maybe because of ourselves, because of the people around us, because of the situation, circumstances, for whatever reason we pick up the energy. Meditation helps keep the flow so that you keep releasing all that no longer serves you, keep clearing your system. Okay, so the process of meditation renews life force that keeps it flowing, hence cleansing out all energies that no longer serve us, in turn affecting the physical actions, thoughts, and choices. Because now, like, one day at a time, you're releasing more and more of what no longer serves you. So even if they were affecting very small areas of your life, they start to clear up the blockages in those areas of your life. So you see that your thoughts, your feelings, because you're feeling different, your thoughts are different. Because your thoughts are different, your energy is different, right? Your choices, you're making different choices because you have a greater understanding, a greater knowing of things. Releasing us from fear of the physical 3D realm, like the general fear that we have, fear of survival, fear of finances, fear of identity, and the way people see us and know us and things like that. We, this, the process helps little by little release that fear from within us. And this doesn't happen overnight, but this is the purpose with which we meditate. I've been talking about New Earth energy for quite some time now. For those that are, that have been watching my videos, my readings, and you would know what I'm talking about. And I feel like this new earth that we have entered into is all about us coming back to God consciousness, us recognizing the power within ourselves, us recognizing the fake or the false, and the false falling away. That is what the new earth energy is. And I feel like meditation is very important for us to be able to understand and sustain this energy, because that is the way we come back to God consciousness or come back to unity consciousness, right? So meditation, I feel like it's really important in these days. The kind of problems that we are facing, it's all in the mind, and hence again, meditation is important because it works with the mind, it works with the thoughts and the emotions and the feelings, all of these things, right? It gives you an understanding, it gives you perspective, it helps you calm down, where you can look at the situation and make decisions depending on how much you've been meditating. You will see the effects in your physical day-to-day life. So this video is intended for those that actually understand the purpose, understand what I'm trying to say over here, and what this new energy means and what it's trying to do for us. And so if you want to make this timeline easier, lighter, more meaningful for yourself, for your life, then I hope, like, this video makes sense to you, and it helps you in some kind of way. Okay, so that being said, what is meditation? So many of us have a concept that meditation is about quieting the mind, and like you mustn't be thinking about anything. So when I first started, like, I cannot help but talk about myself and my experiences and my journey, because everything that I'm talking about is my experience, what I have learned from there, and I'm trying to help others if they are in the same place or understand it in the same way that I am, like connected in the same vibration in any way. Okay, so I'm sorry if that bores you, but this is how I can explain this, right? So when I first started, even I had the same thing, that meditation, you're supposed to go, like, be in a quiet state, the mind should be blank, all of these things. And but I didn't know how to do that because there's constant thoughts and constant thinking. So I decided to take it like really slowly, one day at a time. So one day I would get comfortable with sitting, the next day I would listen, pay attention to the thoughts, the next day I would, like, go the next step, one day at a time. It's not one day at a time, it takes weeks, it takes months. I think it probably took a year for me to finally be able to come to a place. Anyways, so yeah, it started that way. And then there was a lot of thoughts about who said what, and how I reacted, how I could have done that. I'm sitting in meditation and all these thoughts are going through my head. And so then you have that whole storyline going, and you go with the story and you keep building and you keep running in loops. You forget the line somewhere, you come back. All of these things are happening in my head, and then suddenly I finally realize that I'm actually here to meditate. So I try and bring the thoughts back, and then it only lasts a few seconds and then it's back. So I allowed myself, and I realized that this was only happening because I wasn't, like, it was the initial stages. So I was still getting used to sitting in a place quietly for 5 minutes, not doing anything, not touching my phone. Very big part of the learning, not touching my phone, not talking, not, so so when I was in that learning process, then there were these intrusive thoughts of what I need to do now, what needs my attention right now. Every issue started to become like, was seeming like a burning issue in my mind, even though I could, take the time out. So I managed to get through that stage where I finally got comfortable with making it a practice to sit down 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Once I got comfortable with that, I stay in a very noisy area. So I like finding a quiet time or a quiet spot for me was very difficult. Like, I'm in the mood right now, but I don't have the, so that was a big challenge for me. So I thought of, figuring out a way to get comfortable with that environment. And so I would sit in my balcony, close my eyes, and listen to all the noise on the streets. I'm saying this for those that, you realize that you need to meditate, but maybe this is an excuse about about the time or the place or space, all of these kind of things. So yeah, so I started paying attention to that, and I realized that oh yeah, another thing is when all those random thoughts, intrusive thoughts were coming in, and I was trying to, keep it under control and become silent. I realized that when I challenged my brain and I was like, okay, you want to think, let's think, I would just go silent at that time because I didn't know which thought to think. Okay, so I kept doing that, like, that was also part of what I was doing to get to a place where I could get over that phase of the meditation. And then, I started paying attention to the noises on the outside. Then I realized my brain got bored at one point, and then it stopped paying attention to the noises on the outside. So now it's gone quiet. But it's never really quiet, right? Because thinking is a very natural process. And so then the thoughts turned inside towards myself, where I started, paying attention to what was happening in my body, what was twitching, what was, being, what where the muscles were too tight, or maybe there's an itch or a burn, or something like that. Like paying attention to my body, and then the attention started to go more within. I feel like this is something important to know, that the mind is never quiet, it will never be quiet. But there does come a point in time where once you have healed to a certain extent, everything does go quiet, because you don't, like, there's no more thoughts, there's no more issues, there's nothing playing in your mind. And so your mind goes quiet, whether it's in meditation or like in a normal day-to-day basis, you're just blank, you're just quiet. So yeah, we do achieve that state, we do come to that state, but it is like there's a journey for that, and it literally is one day at a time. Okay, so that is the reality of what meditation is. In this video, I wanted to talk about like what it does for us. I wanted to like when we do something, we don't do it because everybody else is doing it or everybody says that we should do it, but like you need to understand what it is doing, what its purpose is, and what do you want it to do, and how you can get value from that in your life. And truly I do realize that this journey at, you will also realize if when you start walking this path that we cannot do it alone, no matter how intelligent you are or how much experience you have. It is not possible for us to do this journey alone. We do need assistance from that something that is beyond us, be it angels, guides, spirits, ancestors, God himself, herself, whatever that is. We do need that help. And I realized that meditation is that, I won't really call it a doorway, but it's that showing that I am willing to connect. It's that giving that space to open those channels, to allow that connection to come through and flow through you. Okay, so this is something that came to me, which it is natural for the mind to think. It is part of its makeup and purpose, because it's the mind, it's the brain, it's so, and the job literally for the brain is thoughts, right? So that is what it's meant to do. It's purpose here. So the brain is going to think, the brain is always going to think, so it's natural for the brain to think. It's part of its makeup and purpose. This is out of and this is out of our control. The Like, you cannot stop the brain from thinking. But so this is the habitual mind, where you're in the habit of thinking all of the time. But the quality of thoughts is within our control. Okay, by the process of conscious awareness. The conscious mind is both physical and non-physical, because the conscious mind is the brain, which is physical, but consciousness is also non-physical thing, and they both exist in the same place, in the same area. So both minds live in the brain, which is a physical object. Yeah, so meditation helps us. Wait, there was something that I wanted to put after this. Once you understand this, you sympathize with the mind and its nature, and so you try to work with it. So every time you try to meditate and the mind goes wandering, you have to remind yourself of where you are, that space, and what it is that you want to do in that space, and bring yourself back. Yes, it gets a little frustrating, but it's something that if you continue to do, it does become natural at some point. It does flow at some point. Meditation helps us look at the thoughts, the habit mind, understand, know, accept, heal, and shift, because it teaches you, it shows you how to let go and what needs to be let go of. So like the gray areas in our brain, like I think it's called the gray pathway, where the memories are engraved, those neural pathways I think are gray. And so the more you remember, the more engraved it gets, and the less you think about those things. And the less you think about them, the more faded they get, to a point where it gets erased, and then there's space for new uh, memories, new neural pathways, right? So meditation helps us look at these thoughts and these pathways and understand what we need to reinforce and what we need to forget, to correct, to change, to erase from our minds, from our system, from our energy. Meditation helps shift those paths by looking at them and accepting them. The intention and practice of meditation through music, chanting, breathing, mind watching, all of this aligns the mind with the body somehow. By intending to do the All of this aligns the body somehow, and by intending to do, the body has to do, like it has to take action to do anything. So if the intention for the meditation is calmness, so you're meditating on a day-to-day basis because you want to find calmness in your life. The physical body will face situations in your physical day-to-day. You will face situations where you need to choose calmness or options. You will face situations where you give you options to make choices uh, for to make choices towards this goal of calmness that you want to have in your life. So this aligns the energy points to the intention causing the action. Okay, so you think and then you do accordingly. When the energy and the physical are aligned action will flow intuitively, because when your energetic body and your physical body are aligned action flows intuitively, because like you're receiving and you're acting, the channel is open. So your intentions, your thoughts, your actions, your reactions will flow very intuitively because the channel is open. So you don't have to give too much thought of um, like once you've taught yourself the right and the wrong, once you've taught yourself courage to stand your ground, courage to make the right choices, take the right decisions, do the right things, this starts to flow very naturally, very automatically, and intuitively. This is the work of meditation. Meditation helps make this process easier. Meditation is not to quiet the mind, but a tool to align the energy of the intuition with the physical body to flow in alignment. So, like thoughts and actions in alignment. How to meditate? So there's many ways to meditate. I have another video on this, but the steps that I mentioned over here, this is for when you are able to go within and pay attention to what is happening. Then maybe you can try these steps and see if you see or feel or understand anything, something more about yourself. So how to meditate: to get in position. So this could be lying down, this could be sitting like this, or in the lotus position. Feel your body. So you maybe start with your crown and you keep going down and see how each part of your body is feeling. Relax your shoulders when you feel like it's tight. Relax your chest, your stomach, all the muscles in your body. Uh, Notice if there's any pain, any itching, any sensations in any area. anything that is calling your attention in any area, consciously give that attention. Like, I see you, I know you, I know there is pain here, I know why the pain is here, I need to do something about this pain. Like, acknowledging what is happening inside of your body. So, because you're thinking, right, your mind's already running. So if you feed the thoughts that you want your mind to run, your mind's already running thoughts, you're feeding the right kind of thoughts, so you're getting the right kind of information that is going to help you grow, help you evolve, help you align, help you connect, right? So flow, help you flow into your goals. um like, I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to say over here. But yeah, so try to get inside it, try to scan on the inside, watch the thoughts. What am I thinking right now? So if you notice a thought running around in your head, running in loops, then the moment you notice it, stop and ask yourself, like, why is this thought? How can I release this thought? What do I need to do? Do I really need to think about this thought? Like, is it needed in my energy? Okay, so ask all these kind of questions to yourself, debate the answers. Yeah, I should be feeling like this because somebody said something or somebody did something, but does that somebody really know me that I should feel like, try and logically have that debate when all of these thoughts, when you're sitting in meditation. It's absolutely okay to have these debates, because when you're sitting in meditation, you already have intention to open the channel is open. So now when you're having these thoughts, you might get insights or answers to them that on a regular you probably couldn't think of or couldn't understand or see or get. So do have the questions, like, if you're trying to sit and meditate, if you're sitting in meditation, and these kind of questions come up, like, go into them. Have the courage to accept the truth, because from my experience, like, if you are somebody that is looking for the truth, irrespective of who, what, where, how, why, all of these things, your brain will reveal truths about yourself too. So, have the courage to accept the truth when it is being revealed to you, and then see what it is that you want to do with that truth. And once you're done with all of these things, then you can thank, whoever that is, even if you don't know who, if what spirits or energies are entering your meditation. Just say thank you for whoever it is, whoever is here helping me in this time, and give thanks, gratitude, come out of your meditation. That's generally what I do sometimes, and this process has led me to have many understandings, many visions, much healing. You're showing me ways to open or break cycles in my life, or heal situations in my life. Okay. If you want to know if your meditation is working or not, if at any time you want to test whether your meditation is working or not, if you are on the right path spiritually or not, if what you're understanding is the right thing, pay attention to your environment. Your environment will tell you how much on the path you are, and whether you're doing the right thing or not. Through my experience, if you are on the right path, the outside environment gets very calm. It gets very calm, it gets very quiet, very peaceful, where you don't really have trouble on the outside. If anything, like, whatever you're dealing with is all on the inside within you. So if you allow yourself to go crazy, then you're going to have a crazy situation. If you allow yourself to sit in peace, then your situation is peaceful. Okay, so pay attention to the environment, and then you'll know how you are doing, or how your meditation is helping you on this path. So confirmation in your day, maybe little signs and synchronicities, people, places, things, billboards, numbers, spirit animals, whatever. The more you do this, the more you will know what to do and what works for. So the more you do, the more you'll know what works for you and how to do what it is that you need to do, because then you would be led from your intuition. You know, the inside will tell you how to move, what to do, how to be guided on this. So that is all that I have on meditation. The, like, you know, the feelings of meditation and different stages, and how you would feel on different chakras, that you will find in my older video. This is something that I just wanted to add to this video. I hope this makes sense. I know I lost track in the middle where the video, like, I know I lost track somewhere in the middle, but I hope you guys, like, if you made it till here, I hope you forgive me for that. Know I realized it. I was just trying to hold on because there's a lot on the outside happening that was taking my concentration away from the video. There was a lot of noise which was breaking my flow. But yeah, I think I've covered everything that I wanted to. I hope this helps you in some kind of way. I hope it makes sense. And I would love to hear your comments and your views and your feedback on this. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Love and light. Bye.